All right, here we go, mother.
Are we starting?
We're starting.
Oh, okay. Start away. Go
Yeah,
for it.
We're starting.
Intro, please.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mom.
I think I should put my headphones on because it sounds better with the headphones on, right?
Okay, then hurry up and put the headphones on. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our 40-second podcast. Oh, Mom, now you're making a lot of noise.
No.
Okay.
I have the headphones on.
Okay, are you there now?
I'm here.
Okay. Welcome to our 40-second podcast. We have
40
some...
seconds.
Yeah, I think so.
I lasted up to 42 podcasts.
Yeah, we have some things to discuss. Speaking of lasting, my mom is thinking of quitting the OMG MOM, the podcast. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, just make comments. No one comments anyway, so who gives a shit? Do you think they give a shit?
Mom.
Seriously, do you really think they give a shit?
Mom.
If I quit the podcast and you take it over on your
It's
own.
called OMG MOM. How am I supposed to take it over when I'm not a mom and
Yeah, but you
you're
can
the
change
mom
the
in the OMG MOM podcast? Why do you even want to make hats then?
True. For you.
No, not for me. You wanted 9 logos. Where are these 9 hats being made? And who are you giving them to?
Doesn't matter. I'll reach out to the people. We'll reach out to the people.
Yeah, but you want to quit the podcast.
Deserving of it.
Mom, tell us why you want to quit the podcast.
I don't want to quit the
Lies.
podcast.
You said yesterday you wanted to quit the podcast. Guys,
You know what?
No.
I'm a morning person, so let's do the podcast like Sunday morning or something.
I
Get it out of the
told
way.
you Sunday
Because
morning.
Really, at nighttime, like right now, I just want to put on Netflix and go to sleep in the next half hour.
Guys, I called
I'm
my
tired.
mom last night and I said,
Blah,
hello,
blah, blah,
are we going to
blah,
podcast?
blah,
And she
blah.
said, wah, I want to quit the podcast. We should stop the podcast. Nobody's listening to the podcast.
No one listens to this damn podcast.
Okay, first of all, we had no listeners from the start. Second of all,
And we still have no listeners.
well, Mom, one, I didn't promote the last one on my Instagram, so we only have like 14 less listeners on SoundCloud or Apple or whatever. And 2, our podcasts were better at the beginning because we were telling personal stories.
I have
What
no
did I
personal
tell
stories
you?
to tell.
No one cares
I
about the
am
damn Kardashians or a short man
boring.
yelling in a bagel store. They want to know about
Ask for
you
my
and
opinion,
me.
And I'll give you my opinion.
No.
But I have no stories to tell.
Mom, we got
What, do you want me to tell you
stories.
work stories? Do you want me to tell you work stories? 5-year-old stories?
Mom,
I have a kid
what?
in my
We
class.
ran out of all our stories to tell?
I have no stories. I live a very boring life.
Oh my god. It doesn't have to be a boring life.
But I do live a very boring life.
Why? It doesn't have to be.
What do you want me to do? Go run up and down the street and streak or something?
I mean, you interact with people at your school, don't you?
Yeah, 5-year-olds.
And there's nothing worth sharing there?
The 5-year-olds? Oh, this year they're boring AF. I can't even Instagram them this year. They're horrible.
What about the girl who said she wants to be queen when she grows up?
Oh, that's the kid I tutor.
Okay, so you could tell stories about that?
Wasn't that funny? That was hilarious, right?
That was hilarious. Where'd she get that answer from?
Well, you know, I do tutor her, so...
Oh my god, Mom. What are you saying? You want to be queen when you grow up?
No, I don't say I want to be queen when I grow up. I tell her I am the queen.
Oh my god. So basically
And
she's
then-
saying
and-
she wants to be like you.
Exactly.
Okay, Mom, I have a story.
But I have this one in my class.
Yeah?
My last year, for all the people who used to watch my last year's Instagram stories, because you guys got shits and giggles out of my class last year, they were hilarious and very musical. This year's class, they're as boring as my life. and the one girl who tries to sing mumble, it's funny, she doesn't know any of the words to any of the songs. She mumbles, but yet I still understand what song she's singing. And then she makes up her own words, but I know exactly what song she's singing. But she doesn't even use the same words as the song. And I go, I have to record you because you're hilarious.
When you said that, I just thought of song I'm singing like, whoa, now,
It's exactly what she does.
But you know that
Exactly
song?
what she does. No.
Mom, what about on the weekend? What'd you do on the weekend?
I tutored and I came home.
And you went to a birthday party.
Oh, yeah, I went to a birthday party. I don't even remember what I do. Like, I've seriously lost my brain, too.
Okay.
I'm hitting Alzheimer's at an
Okay.
age.
Okay, Mom, tell me if I'm a bad person.
Go for it.
Okay, so it's so weird. Like, whenever I was sitting at home for the bedridden stuff for a while, I craved human connection. I just wanted to talk to everyone and anyone, right? And now that I'm back in the real world again, and I can have these connections and I can talk to anybody, it's like I don't want to anymore.
Told you.
Like, it's so weird. Mom, okay, tell me if I'm a bad person, okay?
Right.
So it was after work. I was walking home from the subway.
Right.
And you know how there's those people on the side of the streets that say, "Hey, ma'am, can I talk to you for a sec?"
Right.
Okay, so right when I was passing this person, they were trying to say, "Hey, ma'am," to another lady. So I swooped in behind his back, and I thought I dodged it. But as soon as she says, "No, blah, blah, blah," she starts walking, and he goes to me. Now my back is towards him, though, and he's like, "Excuse me, ma'am." And for a second, I thought to just turn around and just sign language him my name, like.
But then you're turning around.
But I'm sign languaging him, so I'm deaf. So unless he knows sign language, I can't talk to him.
No, unless he makes a connect. Unless he says, "Oh, sorry," and then you're going, "Duh! I turned around when you said, ma'am."
Oh my God, true. So I could hear him. Oh, that's so funny. Well, I didn't do that. I just kept walking and pretended that I didn't hear him. But I just thought, how funny would it be? Okay, I didn't think of the fact that if he said, "Hey, ma'am," and I turned around and did sign language, he would know that I'm not deaf. Duh. But also,
no, only if he makes the connection.
Right. Unless he takes 5 seconds to think about it afterwards, he's like, oh, sorry. And then he's like, wait a second.
Like after.
But also, Mom, I just thought, I can't do that. What if he just starts to sign language me back? I would have died. I would have been like, okay, I'm just shitting with you. Like, talk to me, like, whatever. But I just wanted to get home. But do you think it's bad to, like, pretend that you're blind or deaf or have any kind of disability? I mean, I'm half blind and I've been blind, so I don't get offended or anything if people pretend to be blind. But, like, it's like, oh, would a deaf person maybe want to have a conversation? Do you know what I mean?
Right. No, it's not nice.
Or would a blind person want to be able to see? Like, you're taking it for granted? Yeah, probably. I don't know why I'm like that. Anyways.
But when I was younger and people would speak to me in Macedonian, and then I would say to them in Macedonian that I don't speak Macedonian.
Yeah.
And then I would have a full-on conversation, and then they'll say something. I said, no, I don't speak Macedonian. And I just had a conversation with them in Macedonian, and they'll turn around and they'll go, wow, she doesn't speak Macedonian. Like, it's really weird that she doesn't know Macedonian, but yet because I told them I don't speak Macedonian.
Yeah.
They just went with that and not listening to that I just answered them back in Macedonian every question they asked me.
Why would they not understand that?
Exactly. That's why I said the guy who's you're going to turn around and do
I know, but I think those people are brain dead. No, but the connection for sign language, it might take a second. But the connection to that... But
they never...
No, that's brain dead. That's brain damage.
I always played that game with them, and they go, wow, she doesn't speak Macedonian.
No, the best... Okay, first of all, you do have a story because you just told one. Second of all, the best thing is when people are speaking a language that you know... and you're just listening and they don't think anybody else knows. And then at the end you say, blah, 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 blah. Like, I remember when I was in high school, I think, me and Sabrina at the time were at the Taste of the Danforth or something. We never do that. But anyways, I think we were there. I'm pretty sure it was that. And we were in like a Dairy Queen or no, Baskin Robbins. What's there? Yeah. Baskin Robbins?
Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, and we were there and these Spanish dudes were saying something about us, and then Sabrina and I, as we're about to walk out, she goes, blah, 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 and they're just like, what? And then we just walked out. But that's the best, honestly, especially when they don't suspect the language at all, you know?
Yep.
That's the fun part.
Love pulling that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did that to you when you first went to kindergarten, first day in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And a little girl was wearing makeup.
Yeah.
And I said to you in Greek, stay away from her. You know who it was?
No.
what's that hockey player, that girl? You were in her mother's a real estate agent.
Victoria.
And her mom was Greek.
Oh my God, that's
and I
so
said
funny.
to you, stay away from her. Like, she's a bad influence, right? Like, why she wearing makeup at that age of 4?
Yeah.
You know? And then her mother didn't hear that at all. But then I had said something else to you, and then she said, oh, you're a Greek. And I went,
Oh, you're a Greek too?
You're a Greek too? I hope you didn't hear what I just said.
Wow, Mom, was that another story?
Yeah, that's when I had a life.
So you're not out of stories, you liar.
Oh, would you have to bring them up? I don't remember
Yeah, I know. I'm always the one who has to carry this podcast on her back.
Yes, you do. I totally agree. Like you said, I don't even remember I went to a birthday party on Saturday.
Oh my God, Mom.
What?
So today, did I tell you there's a dead plant on my desk?
No.
Okay, there's a plant that's not supposed to be dead, but it basically died because last week the guy beside me, that's his plant or whatever. He's leaving. I think it's his plant, or I don't know if it's his plant, but he didn't water it all last week. And today we were joking because it like really looked like it was dead today. And I was like, don't you need to water it? He's like, you killed my plant. Like, he's like, there's been so many people there before you and you killed my plant or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's symbolism. Death to all the people before me. New beginnings. And he's like,
so why don't you take the challenge
and
bring the plant back to life?
He's like, oh, I love your creativity. He's like, that's a good one. That's a good one. No, I'm just going to buy a new little plant and bring it in.
Bring it back to life.
Nope, I'm buying a new one.
Listen, do the experiment that you wanted to do with that plant.
I do, but I'm not going to do that experiment with that plant. I'm going to do 2 plants, and I'm actually going to do the experiment. Guys, the experiment we're talking about, there's a rumor or a myth or a lot of people say this that
it's not an old thing.
But I know it's not a new thing, you mean. It's not a new thing.
Not a new thing.
I know it's not a new thing. It's been around for a long time. That's why I said a lot of people say this, but what was I going to say now? Oh yeah, there's this experiment where you get 2 plants and one plant you say to it negative things, and the other plant you say really positive things to it, and you treat it the same. You water it, you put it in the same sunlight, blah 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 blah, and apparently the one that you say negative things to will start to die and wilt, and the other one will bloom. And I've never actually seen anybody do that experiment, so I'm like, I need to actually do this experiment.
Well, now that everybody's heard it, someone's gonna do it.
Don't steal my ideas. Yeah.
So how's NYC? I haven't talked to you in a while.
You talk to me pretty much every day. NYC is good. I really love it here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't want to say anything too much because I don't want to have bad energy.
No, that's it. Just good.
No, it is. It's really great. It's really great to be back. I am concerned about my foot update. My ankle is still really swollen, and it's getting to me because I am doing the exercises, but it's just like still really swollen.
You need to do an Epsom salt bath.
I can't. There's no bathtub in my apartment.
Well,
Second
you don't have a bathtub, but you need to go get
I need to ice it regularly. I did ice it and it did go down, but still, like, it should. I do feel like I'm building calf muscle because when I do the exercises, it does feel like I'm getting stronger.
You know what you should do? You should go at the tip of your stairs, like right outside, and go up and down on the tip of the stair.
Oh, yeah, so I can fall and crack my head?
No, not fall and crack your head. You can hold on to the railing, and then you can go up and down on...
Or I could do it on the bottom step.
Or you could do it on the bottom step.
Yep, that's what you should have told me.
Step, right? You could do that, too. Or you could probably even do it outside your step of your door. Because I think that's got height to it, right? It's not flat.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So you can do it there,
just
too.
Just a little bit of height.
Mm-hmm. So that you can start rebuilding. But that's good. Excellent. So what else you got to tell me? What else you want to hear about? What do you think? What do you think of motivational stuff?
I don't know if we've already talked about this, but motivational
there's a big thing now about it that it's bullshit. And
why is it bullshit? It's only this is the way motivational things work. You have to be it takes two to tango. There's got to be the motivational speaker or speech or quote or video or picture or whatever, and then you have to act on that motivation. You have to execute. You can't just take that motivation, absorb it like a sponge, and do nothing with it. Motivation is shit without execution. That's like the key. They go hand in hand. Motivation, execution. And when you execute, you find more motivation. So don't wait until you got motivation. Just execute and the motivation will come through the execution. Sometimes people think that it's motivation first and then execution, but it's really execution and then motivation.
Motivation or inspiration?
I mean, inspiration is different from motivation because motivation is like the drive to do something. Inspiration is like the absorption of a thing that makes you inspired. Do you know what I mean? Like, inspiration is just a thing without movement. Motivation is like a thing that you move. Like, well, you should. Execution is motivation and action, or inspiration and action. That's execution. But motivation to me, I was actually thinking about this. Motivation to me is like the moving of it. So like you're moved by the inspiration. Inspiration, you don't necessarily have to be moved by it, but you're like, wow, that was inspiring. But like motivating is like, I feel like there's like a little extra notch where like you're actually going to act on it. But then the actual act of acting on it is execution.
Well, the new word now is obsession.
Obsession?
I think it's like to become obsessed or fixated in your passions and stuff. And
no, that's not a new word for motivation or inspiration.
No, it's the new buzzword. Motivation now is, they're all the motivators who used to do Motivational Monday every Monday are now saying motivational things are bullshit. You know, they don't work and whatever. And I'm going,
I've never heard that. I haven't heard that.
Well, you're not following all those motivational people.
Okay, tell me who it is then.
And don't ask me who it is.
Yeah, exactly. You like, probably saw one person say that, and you're like, everybody's saying it.
No, Grant Cardone, even one of the young ones that you watch, the ones that we follow, a lot of them now are even I think Gary Vee had mentioned it. And then what do you think of ego? That's another word that's being thrown around.
What about ego? What about it?
What's your take on ego? Like, I have a different take. People think it's don't let your ego get in the way. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, don't let your ego get in the way.
But why not?
Because you have to have some humiliation if you want to grow. You can't just be all egotistical.
But doesn't ego also have to do with self-esteem?
No. Ego is
so?
I don't think so. I think confidence has to do with self-esteem. I think ego is like a false... It's like your head, blowing up your own head. That's what ego is.
But I think that's a good thing.
No, I don't. I think confidence is a good thing.
And ego's not? I disagree. I think to have an ego, I think is a good thing.
I don't think so. Why do you think it's a good thing?
As long as you don't use it in a negative thing, I think within yourself, I think it's a good thing.
I think
like it's self-esteem. You know, it's all about.
I think ego,
self-respect, self-image.
Okay. I think you're reading Google, Mom.
No, I'm not. I'm reading the notes that I wrote down, and I don't know what the
from Google. You're reading it from Google.
But I didn't write full things because this is stuff that was supposed to be talked about 3 weeks ago when it was fresh in my head about obsession and ego. And
well, guess what? If you don't stay consistent on the damn podcast, we don't talk about things, Mom. Yeah, okay, like so next time I call you for the podcast, you better say, yes, I'm ready to do it. None of this I'm quitting bullshit, okay? Because people aren't listening. Wah. Cry me a damn river, okay?
Oh, shut up. Okay, people, I think it's good for you to have an ego, just like don't show it.
No, Mom. Ego when it crosses the line is not good. A little ego is like in an ironic way, is great. It's like a boost in self-esteem or self-confidence or whatever. But when people use ego in like when it's a crossing the line way, like ego falls between like the unconscious and conscious self. Like you're
it does. It says that too, right there. The part of the mind that mediates between the conscious and the unconscious. And
you read this on Google.
Is that where you're reading it right now? Or you make it, or you know this stuff?
I'm saying it's like a fantasy. It's between fantasy and
responsible
reality.
For reality testing. You read that? Are you reading this?
Not reading it.
For
I'm not reading
reality
it.
testing and a sense of personal identity.
No,
What is wrong with...
I just know what these words mean. So when you ask me for my advice, Mom, I'm going to give it to you, okay?
But what's wrong with that as long as you're not being a dick about it?
Because most people take ego and cross the line with it. It's more fantasy. People's egos are more fantasy than reality. I think you need to have your ego in check. You can have ego, but it needs to be in check.
Okay, but how about an interior ego? How about an inner ego?
I just said that. Have it, but it needs to be in check. It needs to be in check. Regardless, it needs to be in check. Inner or outer ego, I don't think there's a difference, but it needs to be in check. No,
an outer ego shows...
an outer ego is a facade.
No, an outer ego is not even a facade. It's someone who I don't even know the words. I gotta think.
It's all BS. You're lying.
No!
If you can't remember, you're lying. That's what you used to tell me. Guys, my mom used to tell me all the time, if you can't remember, it's a lie. If you can't remember, it's a lie. And where? You can't remember.
I can't remember because I'm headed towards Alzheimer's.
Okay, Mom, can you stop saying that? Because you're going to manifest that shit.
No, it's already...
You're going to manifest it, Mom. Stop manifesting it. Bitch, stop manifesting it. Stop manifesting it.
I think when you have an outer ego, you come up across like a pompous ass.
Guys, what do you think about ego?
No one's going to answer. Don't even bother asking.
No, that's not true, Mom. Not on the answering part. The inner ego, you can still have an inner ego and it'd be a bad thing. Just like the outer ego.
No, I think I have an inner ego.
I think... And you're pompous ass.
Internally.
And externally. Exactly. Internally and externally ego.
No, but I don't exercise it verbally, but I think I'm the shit when it comes to my teaching
Mom,
and tutoring.
You just exercised it verbally.
Yeah, but not to the people that
There's people listening.
No, people tell me that I'm really...
You just told me that you'd call yourself a queen, and that's why this girl put a queen on you. So what do you mean?
No, the kids in my class...
You're really contradicting yourself right now.
When they say they're the queen, I go, no, you're the princess, honey. I'm the queen of this class. So my students know. That was my past class, not this class. This class is boring. But anyway, so I'll tell you a story.
Okay, thank God we have a story.
Okay, so for shits and giggles, I did exercise a little bit of ego, probably.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you did exercise. I was like, oh, you exercised?
It builds lactic acid, and that's not good for your bones. So anyways, so I'm sitting in the staff room, and I'm talking to this new teacher, and I said to her, you know, people think like I can perform miracles on their kids and have them cured or whatever, being able to read and follow instructions and blah, 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 be a really good student. So this other teacher turns around, he goes, actually, he goes, that's what's going around. I go, what? He goes, you're known as the miracle worker in the school amongst the parents and the teachers.
Excuse me?
Yeah. And I went, get out of here, you're lying. He goes, no, seriously. He goes, people think you can actually perform miracles to get kids to read and stuff.
What, do you put your hand on their head and say, you can read?
No. No, I don't put my hand on their forehead and bump them down and say, now you'll be able to read. I just have a program that I do with them, which is brain development, and eventually it gets to that. Without me even teaching them to read, God. They start to read.
Okay, guys, I have another... Oh no, I'm yawning.
Why are you yawning?
Did that make you yawn, fam? Because I'm a working gal who wakes up at 6 a.m. and comes home at 7:30.
Why do you wake up at 6 o'clock when you don't have to be work till 9?
Because it takes 30 minutes, give or take, to get there. And I want to be there 10 minutes early because I need to sign in. Yeah. So I got to leave at 8. And if I want to do my makeup and my hair and get dressed, I give myself an hour to do that. 15 minutes about to do my makeup and 45 minutes to decide what the heck I'm wearing because I'm an indecisive bitch and my closet is full of clothes that I don't want to wear. Also, I try to wake up at 6 a.m. so I'm awake by 7.
Okay, so after our last podcast,
yeah,
I was washing the dishes and I best think when I'm washing dishes or when I'm driving.
Okay, so what about the shower?
No, shower, I listen to music.
Okay, good.
So, anyways, that conversation that we had last week about the older man going to a concert.
Yeah.
So I was washing the dishes and I thought, okay, let me rethink this thing. If I was a parent, I think I would be a little bit concerned of this guy there, but I'd probably be watching him, not complain. I probably wouldn't have gone and complained about him, but I probably would have kept my eye on him.
Mom, it's Ariana Grande. She's a grown adult woman who shows her titties and wears short skirts. She's not really for younger kids. She's for older people.
But who goes there, though? All the younger kids go there, right?
So what?
So it's a concert that you probably... No, I'm just saying, now it probably wouldn't bother me. But if I had you guys at 10 years old or 12 years old and I was taking you guys there, and then there was a guy there, and he's straight, then I would think, okay, why are you here? Like,
no, I agree that it looks weird, but also you can't just judge people because they're straight white men because other straight white men are predators.
Not straight white, just men in general. It doesn't have to be white, it could be black too.
Okay, straight men.
Indian. He could be Greek, Italian.
But I'm saying,
an alien for all I care.
Okay, so then are you saying that young females shouldn't be going to Eminem concerts?
No, but what I'm also going to say is, now this is where the thing is wrong, because a man can't be there, but how about a woman of that same age? Why wouldn't she be questioned?
Exactly.
There's female pedophilias and stuff, right?
Of course there is.
So I was playing the devil's advocate and going, okay, this guy loves Ariana Grande, and he's there to watch the concert. His wife didn't want to go. His kids didn't want to go, or if he has kids, I don't remember. Didn't want to go. Nobody wanted to go. So he said, what the hell? I'll just go myself, right? And then but they took it I think they took it too far.
Okay, we already said this.
I think they should have just been more, just like, just kept an eye on him or whatever, and then had conversation with him and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, and then I thought, wait a minute. But what if an older woman who's an actual pedophile went and no one would have questioned her?
Exactly.
Right? So it's unfortunate.
It's the stereotypes that are the problem.
Right. So, and I was hoping he wasn't wearing a trench coat, because then that would be really not good.
I don't think he was wearing a trench coat.
Okay, that's good.
Mom. But anyways.
But next time, maybe he should go with one of those flamboyant scarves around his neck.
No, I don't think you should change who you are.
Right?
Okay, because then you're setting the basis. Then young girls can't go to Eminem concerts or any really old rappers' concerts anymore. Because why should young girls be there? If you're saying, why can't old men be at...
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Then you're really stereotyping all of these singers. Like I said, you can't... If you're an old man and you're going to a 13-year-old JoJo Siwa concert, that's weird because she's 13 and her audience is probably 13. That's weird. Why would... You can't... There's no relatable things that JoJo Siwa, 13-year-old, is going to relate to you about as a 60, 50-year-old man. Do you know what I mean?
Unless you're taking your daughter. Then
that's odd. But Ariana Grande has a mature voice and a mature look, and she's not just for...
But she still attracts the younger crowd, though.
I think she has a wide audience. I think she does... I think her social media attracts a younger crowd, but I don't necessarily think her music does. There are friends who are older who love Ariana of mine. 5 years older, in their 30s.
Yeah, well, she's an amazing singer.
They love Ariana. She has a great voice. Anyways, I don't want to talk about this anymore because we talked about it already.
So I just wanted to give my opinion after I was washing dishes. Okay? That's when I thought about it.
Okay.
I like to put thought sometimes into what I have to say instead of just jumping the gun, because I'm at a different age group. I thought, well, what if I was bringing you guys with younger kids? Would I be cautious of this guy standing there? Yes, I would.
Always be cautious.
Right. I always tell you, always be cautious.
But don't try and ruin a person's life.
But I would not go ruin the person's life. I would actually probably have a conversation with him.
Exactly.
And say, why are you here, like, on your own?
Yeah, and he could say, oh, my mom and sister didn't want to come, blah, 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 blah. I'm a huge Ariana fan. Like, imagine, okay, I'm not saying that this is his situation, but imagine if you had a daughter who loved Ariana and she died somehow. So now you go to her concert every year to honor her. But you don't need to wear a thing that says, I'm going to this concert because my daughter loved Ariana and now she's dead. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't know why people are going to these concerts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you start a conversation with the dude and say, you know, blah, 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 like, you know, did your kids not want to come, whatever, and then he would have told you that story. Yeah, you know, I came, whatever.
And then it looks sweet, you know, that he's here instead of predatory. Right. But that's what I'm saying. You can't just judge somebody.
I know. I said I put some thought into this.
I'm just showing you from a different perspective. I'm just saying from a different perspective.
Now, on my age now.
I'm trying to tell you a different narrative. You don't know this guy's reason.
All right,
maybe that's.
Shut up and go
on. My God, you shut up.
No.
That's all the
notes I have. I just had the new buzzwords, obsession and ego. That's it. And the birthday party was really fun. And it was really funny at the birthday party because Kat finally, I said, we went to a different get-together and this woman is there. And I can't stand the fuck out of this woman. She bugs the fuck out.
Not our family member.
No, I was just going to say she's not a family member, but she wants to be a family member. And she pretends to be a family member of my uncle who passed away because she's of the same ethnic background, which is fucking bullshit because we know she's not
Italian.
Right? And it's like, lady, why do you come to these things? And so anyways, so the last time we had a get together, Kat thought that I was not being a nice person to this person because I'm very short answered and whatever. I didn't even want to talk to her.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to hear her voice. She fucking irritates me. And she talks dumb.
Tell me how you really feel.
So anyways, so now Kat got a taste of her and Kat's like rolling her eyes and go, so now who's being rude now, Kat, huh? So now, what do you think of her now? And she's sitting like two people away. And this is the stupidest thing. She goes and sits beside me. So I say to my aunt, am I not making this very clear that I do not like her? And she goes, puts her wine glass beside me to sit beside me. Why are you sitting beside me? I'm not going to even talk to you. There's not going to be no conversation. So why would you even put your wine glass? So anyway, Matt's mom was there. So my aunt goes to Matt's mom, Cheryl, sit down, quick. Move the glass over. She goes, well, who's sitting here? Nobody. Irrelevant person. She goes, you move the glass over, and then she sat beside. I go, oh, thank God, because seriously, I don't want to hear that woman's buzzing. So we got Chloe. Chloe started singing, I want cake, I want cake. So Kat was trying to tape Chloe singing, I want cake.
Yeah.
And this 100-year-old person is like, I want cake louder than Chloe. And Kat looks at me. I go, well, Kat. So I said it loud enough. I said, well, Kat, some people need more attention than a 2-year-old. What do you want me to tell you? And Kat was getting so annoyed. And my aunt was getting even tripled annoyed with her, even more so than me. So then so someone says to her, well, why don't you tell your sister not to bring her? And she goes, I can't tell her, not to bring her to these events or whatever. She goes, well, my sister already told her that she better, if she brings her, she goes sit at a different table with her, She goes, what? She told her? She goes, she told her straight up. Doesn't like her. She's an idiot. But anyways, I'm not the only one.
Wow.
None of us like her.
Oh my God, the passion in this story.
Yes. So
what? Why do you dislike her so much?
But let me tell you something. When you feel that you're not getting any positive from maybe two people, nobody, why do you still keep coming?
But why don't you like her is my question.
There's some people that you just don't like.
Yeah, but that sounds like
you just don't like them.
Yeah, I get it.
And I have no reason to have a conversation with them. I didn't even like her from the first day I met her. Like, I didn't like her.
But it's making your aunt happy who is probably going through things.
No, they're just...
How do you know it's no?
In my opinion, they're just using each other.
Well, if they're using each other, then that's cancellation of using.
Right.
So they're not using each other.
Well, they're using each other.
If you're using each other, then the common denominator is using, aka it's crossed out and it's no longer using.
But
just like if everybody's special, then nobody's special.
Oh, well, that sucks. So she feels sorry for her, but I don't really care for her. And then when she came to the Greek festival, she goes, can we sit here? I go, who's we? She goes, oh, my friend came. I go, who's your friend? And she goes, this friend. I go, I like her. But if it's the other friend, you can go sit at the other side of the festival and not at this table. And she goes, and please do not bring her to Fam Jam because she's not part of the fam.
Okay, Mom. End of the
over.
podcast.
That was my rant page.
Okay. Okay, Mom, what's your favorite song right now?
The one that I quoted by NF. What was it?
Oh, God. Okay,
I
anyways.
tweeted it out.
You did? What's your Twitter?
Yeah.
Tell them.
I know
What's your
mother.
Twitter?
Annoying mother.
Okay. Jeez, how do you not remember your Twitter?
It's annoying mother.
Okay, guys, go listen to Pelvis on Fire by Volbeat if you want to listen to a new song. And my mom has an NF song.
Wait, I just heard this one on the radio.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a new song or an old song, but...
Mom, I'm going to leave you with this question. I'm going to leave you with this question for next week's podcast. The question is, would you... Mom! Can you shut up and listen? Mom.
By Blanco Brown. Have you heard of him?
What?
The Get Up by Blanco Brown.
The Get Up.
Yeah, The Get Up.
The Get Up by Blanco Brown?
Yeah, have you heard it?
No. I'll have to hear it.
Radio.
Okay, Mom.
Okay, am I supposed to answer this?
No,
next week?
yes, answer it next week. I'm
Okay,
leaving.
but-
Holy shit.
No, but you know what?
What?
After you tell me, I'm either gonna have to listen to the podcast over to
Okay,
remember what you
think
told me,
about it now
or I
and
think
write
you
it down.
to me too.
Think about it now, write it down. The question is, would you how close would someone have to be for you to let them to discipline your kids?
Oh.
Don't answer now. This is for the next podcast. Okay, say your goodbyes. Peace and love.
I just want to
Bye,
thank everybody for listening and for.
Oh, wow, you do want to thank your listeners?
I do every time.
Okay, but you wanted to quit
And
yesterday.
Don't forget to please do subscribe and please share our podcast.
I hope we get an influx of listeners because yesterday you wanted to quit and it's right the moment that you want to quit is when good things happen. What?
Listen as individuals, not as a group,
Oh my God.
so that I see numbers because I'm a math person, and when I see low numbers.
Wah. Okay, bye, Mom. Love ya.
Okay, bye, Evie. Love you, and to the rest of the world, stay with an inner ego and be obsessed about what you want to
Okay, bye.
accomplish in life.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.